47. If we saw souls instead of bodies. If we could see souls instead of bodies, what would be beautiful? What is the first thing people would know about you? What would you be most afraid of them seeing? Who would you impress? Who would you love? What would you adjust as you walked past the mirror? What kind of work would you be in? What would your goals be? How would you strive to be better if what you collected in the bank or put on your body or attached next to your name on a business card no longer affected what people saw? Would you spend your time in gyms and stores or in libraries and temples? Who would you let yourself fall in love with? What would your type be? Tall, dark, and handsome, or creative, kind, and self-aware? Whom would we idolize and what? How much of our governing body would be fit to lead? Whom would we make famous? Whom would we celebrate? Would we restructure our value system to prioritize the things that bring us true peace and desire, not just better than the norm? What would we do with all that money if we weren't spending it on decorating and changing and convincing everybody else that we are a way we really aren't? How would we define success? As who gathers the most shit around their souls, or who's transformed the most and shines the brightest? What would it be like if our priority was to just become lightness? What kindness and joy and healing and rawness would come of the journey there? What would happen if we could see people not as bad, but as blocked? If we could see the ways they've packed away their pain, or how they hold a belief that keeps them away from being kind to others, how they are unaware that those issues even exist. What if we weren't afraid of the ways people are different than us? What would happen if we realized our bodies never wanted anything more than to feel connected and acted out on nothing more than their false ideas of being separate, different, exiled, the odd one out, the almost but not good enough? What would happen if we embraced our desire to play out and finagle with our individualism, but eventually returned to the knowing that we are all just energy fields? And where would we be if we realized that we were all from the same one? What would happen if we realized we really weren't that different at all?